Dozens of Americans are being wrongfully detained in other countries. That's according to the James Foley Foundation, which tracks these cases. WNBA star Brittany Griner's imprisonment in Russia last year highlighted the challenges that these Americans face in coming home when there's debate about their alleged crime and punishment. Maya Rodriguez introduces us to one family in the middle of that struggle.
For the families of Americans who are held hostage overseas, getting attention on their cases can sometimes be an uphill battle. Now, some are getting help from an unexpected group, Gen Z college students. The Shargi family says every day without Imad Shargi adds to the pain.
It's horrific. It's maddening. It's beyond anything that I could ever imagine.
He's an innocent American that is being used as a pawn in a game that's not his to play.
Imad is an American citizen and businessman. 5 years ago, he traveled to Iran to visit family. He never returned. Iranian authorities detained him, and he remains in prison there.
We're assuming that it is the same as the other Americans who are being held there, which is cooperating with a hostile enemy, which in this case is the Iranians consider the United States that.
The U.S. does not have diplomatic relations with Iran. For several years, the family stayed quiet about Imad's imprisonment, afraid of putting him in danger overseas. But then the Iranian government publicized the case.
Since then, we've been very public and have been working very closely with the State Department. Imad was designated by the State Department as wrongfully detained, which is an official designation.
But they and the other families want more. A meeting at the White House with President Biden.
I know he's aware of our situation, but I don't think he knows how dire it is, how worried we all are.
Now they're getting some unexpected help.
We believe storytelling can change the world.
American University professor Pallavi Kumar leads a class called SOC3, described as an integrated communications agency, with students majoring in film, journalism, and public relations.
We like to say it's powered by Gen Z, because who better to tell stories than Gen Z? They are digital natives. They've never grown up in a world where you don't have an iPhone.
Together, they're taking on the cause of Bring Our Families Home, a campaign to bring wrongfully detained Americans back to the U.S. They recently met with the Shargi family.
At the end of the day, we just want to ensure that their story is heard.
We're trying to think about different strategies to get public attention to this cause so that eventually, with enough attention, it can get to Biden himself.
On this day, that includes making social media videos to let people know about the family's plight.
As Gen Z, we kind of have this niche understanding of how TikTok can be used to amplify movements.
This is an example where we can drive public attention in a way that will actually result in real material change.
The Shargi family says the students' efforts mean so much.
It just shows how big people's hearts are and how amazing these students are, that they want to get involved and help us is incredible.
I'm touched by it, that this is a cause that has moved them to put their time and efforts into it. I think this campaign has brought families like ours out of the shadows.
And they hope closer to the day when their loved one comes home. Maya Rodriguez, Scripps News, Washington.